Hi guys, Rose here with the Cackling Moon. This is going to be a client's layers of me reading. So I have my client's questions here. Okay, so there's a couple things. They're currently trying to figure out a career field. They're talking with someone, but this person is involved with someone else, and the spiritual and learning, their spiritual path, they're currently learning tarot and whatnot. So they kind of like filled me in on little things so I could see what, like little details on each of the areas. So layers of me is we're going to tap into your energy. We're going to tap into love, career, your spirituality, and then a future focus kind of a thing. So the layers is a 5-layer reading. I chose specific decks for you because I was really vibing with the starseed energy when I was thinking about your energy. So if you resonate with starseed or galactic or aliens, just kind of like that whole genre, that whole energy, I feel like that is meant for you. Hopefully that'll make sense. Oh, Luna wants to come into the room. Hang on one second. Let me open the door for her. Come on. Come here, baby girl. Come here. I'll just leave that open. I'll leave it open so she can come in. Okay. So yeah, I was really feeling starseed energy for you, my love. So let's start with your energy reading. So starseed is definitely something that I might feel is going to connect with you for your spiritual path. Starseed energy is when you feel like your soul lived on another planet in another star system prior to coming here on Earth. Let me pull that one. And so I feel like that's something that you may resonate with. Maybe you've been resonating with, but for some reason that was popping up for me for you. So I don't pull this deck out for just anybody. I really have to be wanting to use it because it's one of those challenging decks that I had a hard time connecting with right off the bat. So that says a lot. The 8 of Cups flew out for you for your current energy, which is telling me that there may be the desire to walk away from something that no longer serves you. You may have the desire to separate yourself from a person or a thing or like an emotion or a memory or some kind of a need for moving forward, moving onward, okay? Seeing what else is out there. I'm really intrigued by the fact that the image of the woman looks like she's peering out into the universe beyond, okay? So this could actually align with that starseed vibration I was feeling for you, where I feel like maybe you constantly, woo, there goes my phone, where you constantly are looking at, let's see, hopefully this, oh, I just don't want it to do that again. That is so annoying. Now it's not going to stay still. I feel like you are desiring for more, okay? And maybe you feel like you're not completely satisfied with what you have going for you right now in this moment. Like you feel like there's more. There's more that you need to discover. There's more that you need to experience. And maybe with that comes the energy of needing to let go, needing to separate yourself from something or someone that may be holding you back, okay, altogether. We have awakening, we have the Sun, and the Queen of Wands. Oh, Queen of Wands energy for your energy right now is telling me that you are definitely on the brink of embracing passion, embracing creative senses. This is you really taking ownership of who you are, where you want to go from this point forward. This is you pretty much getting back your life. So maybe for a good portion into the past, you feel like you were living for other people. You were living for, you were solely here doing things for other people. Birthing a new age. Transformation. Yeah, your current energy. Woo, you're getting a lot of cards. Ooh, that was just a bunch. Okay. Look at that. Acacia. Your current energy, my love, is all about transformation. There is big changes taking place in your life soon. Very, very soon. The Sun card came up and I just heard summer. So this summer season, you may actually be experiencing huge transformation in yourself. Big changes. But I feel like in order to get there, there needs to be a walking or a separating yourself from someone or something that is no longer serving you in a positive sense. Okay? Needing to kind of separate yourself from that. But the Sun card is making me think summer season. So that may be when you actually see some of this stuff taking place. Just want to... Oh, why is my tripod... There we go. And then we have like, okay, so the Queen of Wands, and we have Awakening. This is the other card that I pulled for you. So the awakening process, this is like literally, it could be your second awakening. It could be your fourth, your fifth. I mean, there's multiple ones in a lifetime, okay? The awakening process is you actually realizing who you are and what you want to do with yourself. This is like pretty much receiving an answered prayer. Seeing a miracle take place, okay? So I feel like for your sense, like that whole starseed vibration, I feel like this is something that is you're going to look more into, and you're going to feel like your answers to life are finally going to be, your questions to life are finally going to be answered, and everything is going to make sense. Birthing a new age. Birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. This is pretty much embracing a whole new level of yourself, okay? A whole new step, a whole new life. Transformation, things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. So lots of big transformational changes are going to be happening. And like I said, I feel like the summer season is when you're going to start noticing it. And Acacia, your guidance is divinely guided. So understanding that if you have, a relationship with God or your higher self, that source universe energy is pretty much saying, I'm here to guide you and I'm here to help you through this process. You're not doing it alone, so don't fear it, okay? So that's your current energy, my love. Big changes taking place for you. Okay, so let's look into let's talk about the love life first. So you're talking with someone, but but this person is involved with someone else. So you want to kind of see, what, direction you should take this, what your love life looks like, the vibration of it. Let's check that. Let's just check into that. Now, I will say I don't condone, I don't condone breaking someone else's relationship for the sake of something that you want. This has to be something that if this individual truly feels like they want to be with you, they need to clean up their current situation first, okay? So I'm not condoning like cheating or affairs. I don't support that kind of stuff. So I will say that's my stance on the whole matter of that. So you may see that play out a little bit in my advice to you, because I don't condone, I don't want to hurt someone else's relationship. We have the Magician, the 9 of Crystals, and the 6 of Crystals. The Magician is kind of saying, making the magic, the initial spark. That's kind of what it's telling me, making magic happen, that kind of thing. The 9 of Crystals and the 6 of Crystals is the balance, the give and take. The 9 of Crystals is like, it was a lot of physical attraction at first, which is what, most likely the two you gravitated to one another, sexually. But the Six of Crystals is kind of giving me the feeling of don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? I feel like it's kind of like you might be, I just heard trying too hard, okay? Dimming your light to fit in, this kind of makes me feel like maybe you're not necessarily comfortable. You're not necessarily comfortable with the dynamic of this connection, because I'm not going to call it a relationship because I don't feel it's a relationship, but this connection that you have with this person is kind of like you feel bad about it. It's almost like you don't want to pursue it so much because you wouldn't want to be the other person, right? You wouldn't want to be the other woman involved. But at the same time, your feelings are telling you like the two of you should be together. I feel like that. At least that's the kind of vibration I'm sensing from you right now. I'm feeling really jumbled. So I feel like this is definitely, it's a mess. I feel like it's a mess. I'm just going to be honest. I'm getting shaky feeling. I just feel like this is not a dynamic that you should be pursuing if he's going to continue playing the game. Okay. I'm just going to say it. I'm going to pull some more tarot cards, but from a different deck. There's your Magician card again. This is more so on him, okay, with the Magician energy. He likes the thrill of the game. He actually, I'm almost getting the vibration that he actually likes having multiple people involved, okay? I don't want to read the reversals with this deck. We have the Emperor, the Justice, and the Six of Wands. He likes to be in control. Okay, I'm sensing he likes to be in control, but he better watch it because he's going to get exactly what he deserves. Either the other person involved may find out, or you may say, hey, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. But I'm really feeling like you really want this thing to work with him, but he's not showing a lot of support. To me, it seems like he's giving more than he's not giving enough to you. He's taking, okay? He's taking more than what he's giving. It's not equally balanced. And it may have felt like that at first with you, but I'm sensing that it's turning into more. It's more of an effort for you and you just don't feel right about it. Like something deep down inside of you was kind of saying like, I want to continue to pursue him because I really like him, but I don't feel right about the dynamic. And I feel like that's what's happening is like, you're dimming to fit in. I feel like that's what that card is saying. Like you are fading away from your own morals and your own like personal opinions of how you feel like you should be in love in order to make it work with him. But I feel like he enjoys the game. This is probably not the first time he's done this. Okay. So I would be very careful with how you pursue this. Because like I said, I don't condone affairs and that kind of thing, my love. It's just kind of like he has to show respect for you and his lover, you know? And he's not doing that. So let's pull some cards on guidance for you and love. Because that whole thing just has me feeling... Oof, it has me feeling really jumbled. We have the Five of Wands. We have the Sun and the Chariot. Yeah, the cards are kind of telling you to move on. They're kind of saying move on. There's going to be something better out there. And if he can clean up his act, Spirit is kind of saying that if he does clean up his act and figure his shit out, like what does he want? It could work out for the two of you. But the Five of Wands to me is there's so much conflict and static. That's like what I'm sensing is like so much static. That's what's making me feel so shaky and like so jumbled. This is not worth it for you. It's not worth it for you. You need to like put your sights on more positive things and move. The Chariot card is kind of saying move on. Okay. So normally I don't like to give that advice of, you know, I know it may not always be what you want to hear, But I'm one of those readers where I have to be honest. I have to be honest, and not every time I read for a client, it's going to be what you want to hear, you know, but maybe it's what you need to hear. Oh, here's that card again. Don't dim to fit in. So don't change your ways, my love. Don't change your ways. Don't change your morals, your beliefs, your who you are and what you believe in love and relationships, is simply to make it work, okay? And I feel like that's what's happening, is that you're losing sight of yourself in this relationship because you deep down, you know that this is wrong, and you're trying so hard to make it right, but it's just not helping because he's not showing any signs of letting go of the other one, okay? So safe to say, I feel Spirit is saying to move on and look elsewhere. We have the Sun card again. So this could be other opportunities in other avenues of your life, or this could be, the Sun could represent perhaps someone new entering into your love life. So you never know. I mean, once you close that door and you open it for someone else, for the opportunity for someone else to walk through, you might be surprised who can come through. So I think we need to clean that up a little bit. We have the Nine of Swords and Page of Cups that just popped out. So Page of Cups is usually, it's like a message of someone coming through. It could be definitely someone new might be coming up in the horizon. So hang tight. Nine of Swords energy is kind of like that stressful situation, though you need to clean that up. You got to clean up your mess in order to allow your heart to love, okay? That's what I'm feeling for that. Okay, let's talk on the career path. So you are currently trying to figure out a career field. I was trying to think of how I wanted to read this part for you, because I'm not going to tell you, oh, you need to do this, you know, for work. Like, obviously, no. This is up to you. But I do want to pull on the energy of, you know, a career path, and like, just what does it look like? Or what does it feel like, I should say. So your career path. Ace of Cups. The Tower. The Wheel of Fortune. Wow. This is energy of a lot of like people, or dealing with situations where people are on the brink of huge change, seeing their life falling apart. The next cycle. So, and I gotta say, as soon as I saw the Ace of Cups, I was thinking of like, when you see Aces of Cups, that's usually like expressing your emotions, you're letting things out. So this could be like a career path along the lines of like therapy, or along the lines of counseling, or being like a support system, you know, almost even also like you could be like a reader too, because I know you're I think you are. Yeah, you're learning to read tarot. So that this could also be like a spiritual advisor, that kind of thing too. But I'm feeling like a lot of the energies of what you would be working around or with is Tower energy, which is kind of like, this is huge change. And then you have Wheel of Fortune, which is like the karma card, or like you're seeing like the wheel turn. And so to me, this is people are just instances of going through major transformation, major change. So I feel like that is like therapy, or it is like counseling, or, you know, like along the lines of that. I don't know if that's something that you have an interest in. Maybe this is like the groundwork of what you would notice a lot of your readings would be about. Maybe you would have a lot of clients who would be coming to you in their more darker times. This could be like addiction stuff, so substance abuse, maybe, you know, talking, counseling along that kind of avenue. I also just heard spiritual healing. So maybe this could be a career path of people who came from a dark place and who are now trying to turn their life around. That's kind of like the energy that I'm seeing with that. So spiritual healing on that aspect, it could be that too. It could also be the line of healthcare, or, you know, helping people. Definitely like something like that. Three of Swords, Page of Wands, Three of Pentacles. That kind of makes sense too. Ooh, and then we have the Hermit card as the shadow card. So definitely like bringing someone out or helping people out of their troubled spaces. The Three of Swords, like a counselor or a, like I said, a therapist, or even healthcare, like people who are going through their darker moments. And then the Page of Wands could be that initial, that initial seeing the spark and seeing like, oh, I need to do this with myself to change my life, you know. The inspiration hits, and then the Three of Pentacles is rebuilding their life, okay, or the healing process or whatever. Yeah, the Star card is healing. So definitely kind of like I'm seeing like a career path of healing, helping people in need, okay? People who are at odds with themselves. A lot of like I said, counseling, healthcare, you know what I mean. You know what I mean, especially if like this is a path that you were meant to take, you'll know what I mean. But that's what I'm seeing like that with your career path. But like I said, I'm not here to tell you what you should do. So honestly, if you are having feelings of doing a certain path and maybe what I just said resonated with it, then obviously let that be a sign that that's what you're supposed to do, okay? So I'm going to pull one more card about the career path. Like, how can you prepare yourself for this? Queen of Crystals. Queen of Crystals is nurturing the idea. Nurturing the idea. Keeping your eye on the prize. Understanding that you have the ability already to do it. So it's all within you, okay? It's earth energy. So there's like a financial aspect to it too. So perhaps it's the need to, you know, it might take some money, require some money to invest into this kind of practice. It could be more studying, that kind of thing. We have Anna, grandmother of Jesus. Interesting. Seeding the light, laying foundations, the divine plan. Seeding the light, laying foundations. I feel like this is just like, it's a lot of like you're laying the foundation for someone else. You are planting seeds for other people's lives to regrow. I feel like this is a huge, like a shift of healing for other people. I feel like this career path is going to be big on that. That's just kind of like the vibe I'm getting from you. It's a big change. It could be something you've known you could do all along. And maybe you just needed this excuse. We have the Four of Pentacles. I just heard keeping your ideas close when I saw this card. Don't tell too many people that this is what you want to do with your career path, because I feel like you're not going to have a lot of supporters. I feel like you're going to have people who are going to look at you like, why would you do that? Or that's just the vibration I feel. So be very careful how much you give out, like how much you tell people. I feel like some people just won't, they're not going to embrace it the way you would hope they would. Okay. Spiritual path. So you are learning how to read tarot. Like I said, this is where I feel the starseed energy is popping through. I think you're either going to be stumbling on a video. Somebody's going to say something. Maybe you've already been dabbling into it, but this whole starseed energy is so high for you. I just like feel that. I don't know. Like I vibe with there's your sun again. I vibe with starseed energy. Maybe you will be looking into astrology. The sun card could be maybe getting into your astrology signs, you know, and like focusing on that. And then maybe the whole starseed thing might come through from there. Weird little things, but that's how like you make your connections. Page of Cups. Three of Crystals. You need to rebuild. Page of Cups is the message and rebuilding from that. So it's just, to me, I feel like your spiritual path is the process of creation. Okay, you're in the process of rebuilding. You're in the process of making it what it is. I also see the sun as the guiding light. Okay, the light at the end of the tunnel. Things may not have always made sense, but now it's going to start doing that. I feel like when you start this whole starseed thing, you're really going to, it's going to make more sense. The play, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. Don't take your spiritual journey too serious is what that card is saying for you. This is supposed to be fun, okay? It's supposed to be fun. Don't take it too serious. And the warrior woman, if you weren't afraid, what would you do? So don't be afraid of jumping into your spiritual path on a deeper level, okay? Don't be afraid of the ideas that maybe seem crazy to you, because I'm telling you, the starseed stuff can be crazy, but it'll make sense to those of us that really align with it, okay? It's crazy to people that just don't align with it, but those of us who it actually talks to, it won't sound so crazy. But don't be afraid of that. The warrior woman also could be a past life hint too. Maybe you've had dreams of being this amazing warrior, or dreams of being so brave and so like unafraid, like just not afraid of doing things. And perhaps in this present life, you struggle more so with being that warrior energy. And it's a lesson for you in this new life. So you never know. It could be so many different things, but I feel like, I just feel like that starseed energy is so heavy for you. And then also like with your spirituality, if you wanted to learn other things, like this one is really making me think of astrology too. So starting with your sun sign and then just like growing from there, okay? Such beautiful cards. These cards are so beautiful. Okay. Let's look at the tarot stuff too. Your path of reading tarot. I truly feel like if you incorporated your spiritual path into your career, you're going to be so much happier. I just feel like that's what you're meant to do. The Chariot, the Knight of Cups, the Star, Ten of Swords. The path of reading tarot, you need to continue moving forward with it. That's what the Chariot card is saying. Knight of Cups energy is trusting your intuition more. Communicating also. So if you actually verbalize your readings, you're going to feel like you can connect better. And then the Star energy is a lot of healing readings. So that's what I was getting before. Is a lot of your clients or people that you will be reading for, a lot of the topics you're going to be asked questions of have to do with healing. Okay. So giving that therapeutic advice. And then we have Ten of Swords, which is definitely people who have been betrayed or feeling like they are at the brink of betrayal. So again, that's a strong energy to read for. So just make sure that you are fully grounded and ready to take on readings like that, because that could be heavy. That could be a lot. You may find you can only handle 1 or 2 readings at a time, and then you have to take breaks, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. You build up your stamina. But it seems to me like a lot of the subject matter in your readings is going to be really, really heavy energy. You have a very healing vibration to yourself. And that's what people are going to be attracted to when they see you. So just know that, okay? Okay, and then last but not least, let's talk about your future. So please note that anything read in the future is subject to change based on your present actions. So just because I say something right now in this reading does not mean that it's set in stone. Everything can change. And this is just like literally the next few months going into this year, okay? I'm not going to read like 10 years from now. So we have 5 of Swords. We have a Knight of Crystals, the 3 of Wands, 10 of Swords, 4 of Cups. Okay, so what I'm going to say, and then your shadow card is the 2 of Crystals. So what I'm going to say here is, in the next few months, there's going to be probably some big well, obviously you're going to be going through a big shift and transformation with your spirituality, but I feel like it's going to bring up a lot of stuff from the shadow, a lot of stuff from the past, okay? The Three of Wands, seeing what else is beyond and where and how to move on from it, okay? There's a lot of need for detachment of stuff that doesn't serve you anymore. There is a need from getting away from old habits or people. The Ten of Swords to me is, these could be people or a certain person who has done nothing but backstab you or has done nothing but hold you back. And I feel like it's a male. I don't know. That Knight of Crystals is making me feel like it's a male energy. Or it could just be your own divine, your masculine side of yourself. You know, maybe it's just you need to be a little bit more comfortable with the masculine energies within you or the masculinity around you. So father energy, okay? We have that Four of Cups coming up, which is like just the hesitancy to take on an opportunity that comes to you. So there might be opportunities coming up in the next few months for advancement in your spiritual path, or this could be a career opportunity. But that Four of Cups is telling me there's the desire for it with the Three of Wands, but there's also the hesitation to move forward with it. And that's out of fear. So if you're doing this shadow work, if you're doing this whole attention to disconnecting from whatever or whoever is causing you nothing but negativity, you may feel stronger. I feel like it's almost that. It's almost like you need to be disconnected from this thing or person to move forward. You have the Sun card that came up too. So the Sun has been coming up a lot for you, my love, in your readings. This is happiness, joy. This could also be childhood stuff. So when we're talking about this Knight of Crystal energy, this could be your relationship with your father as a child or the lack of, okay? It's weird how that kind of stuff will connect to itself, but for some reason that Sun card is popping up for you a lot in your readings. So, and like I said, I saw the Sun also in terms of the study of astrology, you know, getting to know yourself more. But this can also just be simply what makes you happy. And maybe you find yourself constantly trying to mold yourself to be a certain way or changing your own personal beliefs for the sake of happiness, and it still doesn't make you happy, okay? We have the Two of Wands, which aligns with that Three of Wands, and I feel like there is that desire. There's the desire for what's more out there. There may be a time later in this year where you actually may be feeling like you need to make a move, okay? This could be moving, stepping outside, literally a literal move, or it could be just, distancing yourself. Again, what is beyond? What else is out there? And then the Six of Wands, that's another one that kept coming up for you. And the Six of Wands is achievements. It's achievements and it's successes. So there is a future of success on the horizon for you, but you need to learn to detach yourself from feelings, emotions, memories, people, things, substances, whatever it is that's holding you down. There needs to be a disconnect from that this year, okay? Once you can disconnect from that, you'll be able to make your decisions. And the shadow card is the Eight of Swords, which is the card of being caged in, locked in. But you yourself are doing this to yourself. Usually when this card comes up, it's like it's not anyone doing it to you. It's you doing it to yourself. So if you could free yourself from that and separate yourself from those things or people or whatever, success is on the horizon for you, okay? So with that, my love, thank you so much for allowing me to connect with you. I hope you enjoy your reading. If you have any questions, you can reach out in email. I will do my best to respond back as soon as I can. And until then, I wish you all the best, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, loves.